Excellency Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, our host, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Rafael Grossi, Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I thank President Macron for bringing us together for this important and timely summit. Rwanda aims to be a high-income country by 2050. That requires abundant electricity, and that is why we have decided to make nuclear central to our strategy. It will diversify our energy mix while providing the stability required for industrial growth and long-term transformation. Achieving this requires strong institutions, sound regulation, and an educated workforce, and that is the foundation Rwanda is building. We are grateful to the IAEA for supporting the Rwanda Atomic Energy Board as well as our national regulator in this endeavor. Equally important is human capital. Hundreds of Rwandans have been trained in nuclear science and engineering through partnerships with leading global institutions. We have also introduced a new program in nuclear science at the University of Rwanda. Recently, the IAEA conducted an integrated nuclear infrastructure review in Rwanda and confirmed progress across the key pillars for a nuclear energy program. Our country is prepared to proceed through the agency's milestone approach to the next stage. Nuclear technology is evolving in ways that benefit countries with smaller grids, allowing Africa to be among the early adopters.
Too many people.
Small modular reactors, in particular, are especially suited to Africa's requirements. I'm confident that Africa will emerge as one of the most important global markets for SMRs in the years ahead. This summit underscores the power of partnership. Our cooperation must advance on three priorities. First is financing. This has already been mentioned. Nuclear energy projects require tailored financing packages, which are still unfamiliar to development banks. Last year, the World Bank decided to end the ban on financing nuclear power projects. At COP28, governments called on international financing institutions to include nuclear energy in their portfolios. Now is the time to work together to make this shift a reality in Africa. The second aspect is technology cooperation. Countries entering the nuclear energy sector should be integrated into the existing global supply chains. Access to engineering capability, skills, and industrial participation is what will allow local capacity to grow. Third, the international regulatory systems must remain clear and predictable. Nuclear energy is not too complex or risky for developing countries. The standards developed by the IAEA provide a universal framework that can be applied by countries at every income level. France is a leader in nuclear safety, and we look forward to growing our collaboration in this area. Climate responsibility is also a core aspect of our efforts, but cannot come at the expense of Africa's energy needs. Nuclear energy offers us the ability to significantly expand electricity while reducing the carbon footprint. In May of this year, Rwanda will host the 2026 Nuclear Energy Innovation Summit for Africa, NEISA. We are pleased that the Director General of the IAEA, alongside leaders from government, finance, and industry will join us as we take this conversation back to Africa. I extend a warm invitation to all of you to attend the summit in Kigali. Rwanda is determined to do what it takes to power our development with the nuclear energy, and we look forward to you being a part of this journey. I thank you for your kind attention.
Something historic is unfolding in the heart of Europe. Paris, the city of diplomacy, power, and global influence. World leaders, energy giants, climate strategists, all gathered for one powerful reason: the future of energy. And standing among them is an African leader who has become one of the most influential voices on the continent, President Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Africa is no longer watching the future from the sidelines. Africa is entering the conversation, and this time Africa is talking about nuclear power. Is nuclear energy the key that could unlock Africa's industrial revolution? Or will Africa once again be pushed to the margins of global technology? Today we explore why Kagame's presence in Paris matters, why nuclear energy is becoming a global battleground, and why Africa must decide its future now. Stay with me to the end, because what you are about to hear could redefine Africa's destiny. The world is facing an energy dilemma. Electricity demand is exploding. Artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, smart cities, mega industries. But there is a problem. The planet is also facing a climate crisis. Countries are under pressure to reduce carbon emissions. Coal is being phased out. Oil is being questioned. Gas is becoming politically sensitive, so governments are searching for something powerful enough to power economies, yet clean enough to protect the planet. And that is where nuclear energy enters the conversation. Unlike fossil fuels, nuclear power produces almost zero carbon emissions. It generates enormous amounts of electricity, and it operates 24 hours a day. No sunlight required. No wind required. Just pure energy. This is why countries like France, China, Russia, the United States, and South Korea are investing billions into nuclear technology. And now, the world is asking a critical question. Where does Africa fit in this new energy revolution? Africa is a continent of period. It has the world's largest untapped renewable resources: solar, hydropower, and even uranium. Yet more than 600 million Africans still lack access to electricity. Let that sink in. Industries cannot grow, hospitals cannot operate, and factories cannot function without electricity. Africa cannot industrialize. While other continents build data centers and AI laboratories, many African economies are still struggling with power shortages. But some African leaders are beginning to ask a bold question. What if Africa stopped thinking small? What if Africa embraced big energy? In Paris, global leaders gathered for the World Nuclear Energy Summit to accelerate the development of safe civilian nuclear power. Experts discussed next-generation nuclear reactors, small modular reactors, and nuclear energy for developing economies. If the world wants to decarbonize, renewables alone may not be enough. When the sun sets and wind stops, systems must still operate. Even countries that once rejected nuclear energy are now returning to it. And in the middle of this discussion, an African voice was present. Paul Kagame's attendance represents a deeper shift in African thinking. For decades, Africa has been told what development to pursue, but Kagame and a growing group of leaders believe Africa must think bigger. Not just survive, but compete. Rwanda has already become one of Africa's most technologically ambitious countries, from digital governance to drone delivery systems. Now Rwanda is exploring civilian nuclear energy, not for weapons, but for electricity, research, healthcare, and industrial growth. Nuclear technology also supports food preservation and agricultural innovation. The benefits extend far beyond electricity. Small modular reactors are a breakthrough innovation. They are smaller, safer, faster to build, and easier to finance than traditional plants. For Africa, this could be revolutionary. Imagine nuclear-powered mining industries, manufacturing hubs, and smart cities. Reliable electricity, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That is the energy stability required for true industrialization. But there is an important warning. Technology alone does not guarantee independence. Africa must ensure this is done on African terms. Transparent partnerships, strong safety regulations, and local training of engineers and scientists are essential. Africa has made mistakes before, exporting raw uranium only to import expensive electricity later. That model must end. If nuclear power comes to Africa, it must come with knowledge transfer, industrial participation, and African ownership. Imagine an Africa powered by reliable energy, high-speed trains connecting cities, artificial intelligence laboratories developed by African youth, smart cities rising from the deserts and savannas. This is not a dream. It is a possibility. But energy is the foundation. Without power, there is no progress. Without industrialization, there is no economic sovereignty. That is why discussions like the World Nuclear Energy Summit matter. Africa must shape the technologies that define the 21st century. President Kagame, standing among global leaders, sends a message. Africa is not just a resource supplier. Africa is a partner. The question is no longer, can Africa develop? The real question is, will Africa seize the moment? The world is changing fast, and this time Africa must not be left behind. If you believe Africa must control its energy future, type in the comments, Africa needs power. Like this video, share it, and subscribe for more powerful Pan-African stories. Together, we are telling the story of Africa rising.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.